Louis Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Trojans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So the UCLA Bruins return team didn't help matters out much there. The battle for Los Angeles, two spectacular uniforms, awesome backdrop, and the battle for the victory bell, guys.
I was going to say, Reese, aesthetically, this is one of my favorite games of the year. I love when both schools wear their home unis, and they're traditional. They haven't changed very much over the years. This game's just fun to watch in every sense of the word.
Fun for the fans, too, because they don't have to go anywhere. And you know what else is always cool? You tune in this game late in the season, what do you get? Great weather, too. I mean, it makes me jealous every year watching this football.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So USC's offense will try to get something started with their first possessions. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
Man, I really love the way this guy looks in his total rock. Think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Sheriff. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Bruins are in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure.
And the ball is picked off. Got some room to run. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Here he comes from his own end zone. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet. McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. This time he's got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They have a first down at the 41-yard line.
And I love that the QB understood I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Bruins in the hurry-up. On second down, he'll fire. With the catch, it's Gore. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Bruins line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. A strike downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quick strike complete. And the catch was one thing and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Now on first and 10 from the 27. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Trojans trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for blockers. And the returner is stopped. UCLA will go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Bruins want to crank the tempo.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Dialing up a second down pass play. What a snag by the defense. Takes it the other way. Oh, he was hoping for the pick 6. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First down to start the drive after the break. Goes to the option. Quick toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Utah was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Utes team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Off play action. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What a great job by this defense, setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Bruins send out the punt unit. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Slips through the line. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Built the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. He makes the connection. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. The Trojans dominated this matchup last year and took home the victory bell in a blowout.
Yeah, and they were just having fun during that blowout of their cross-city rival last year. David, you could just see it on the faces of the Trojan players having fun pummeling UCLA last season.
Yeah, and I can tell you what, as a player in rivalry games, you also don't remember how much fun they had. All the celebrations, you remember all of that every day of the year, and you're coming back and you're trying to change that and do a little celebrating yourself.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs yards on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the lead.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
It's caught downfield. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He wants to throw it again. Pressure coming. Touchdown USC! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
From the gun, the ground game. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. This crosstown rivalry dates back nearly 100 years, guys. The first meeting between the Trojans and the Bruins back in 1929.
Yeah, and every year since, one thing you know, Jesse, is the uniforms are crisp. They are clean. They are so sweet. You know this game means a lot late in the season every year.
This is definitely my favorite uniform game of the year, every year in college football, right? Both USC and UCLA with the home unis here in this great environment. But the game also means so much as well, and that's why there's this heightened sense of electricity and energy every time these two teams play.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. 2nd down coming up. He'll keep it himself. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool. And the origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool. It's fun to find out about. And these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really such a point of pride, the victory bell. Not just here in the city of Los Angeles, but to these kids, there's just a different energy in this game.
They're trying to get to it. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play.
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. A 1st down for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Tackled immediately after the catch.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple.
Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be stopped at the 23. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense...
Hey, that's a live ball. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Going to the ground. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. He's now piled up 68 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season. On target over the middle. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Trying to find his man on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Dixon. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Looking to throw, it's Hall. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage? I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. USC 38, UCLA 7. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Give to the running back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On second down, looking again to throw. Turns it loose. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves.
And the Bruins will line up to kick off and start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Got room at the 35. Open runway ahead. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Open space at the 25. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. It is good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Cincinnati handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. They'll try to run for it. Didn't get much. Picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. The Bruins will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got great speed. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 4. Line before he stopped. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. On the option, the pitch. At the 35, he's got room. Touchdown, Trojans! And the beatdown has ensued. USC stretches out that lead, and not too far in the distance. They're starting to imagine the tones of the victory bell.
And USC has so much tradition, so much history, but they start every season. Jesse, they want this one. They want to make sure they beat their rival in L.A.
Yeah, you could tell, too. Talking to them before this game, they knew how important it was going to be to play well in the second half. They had to have energy. They had to execute. And right now, they're getting ready to chant, "Fight on," at the end of this game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He's back to throw on second down. Got his man quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Gore. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. First down here for the offense. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. From the gun, the running back has it. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Bruins are on the move.
First down for the offense.
Looking to go up top on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Finishes the run with the slide. The Bruins will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. On the ground, it's Greer. And the Trojans are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get Easton.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
He'll toss it.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Across the 25, he's got room. They finally make the stop, and the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The quarterback takes a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.